Yo, what's going on, guys? Ethan Gamer TV here, back at it with another banger video, and in today's video I'm going to be reacting to the brand new Mitski album, Nothing's About to Happen to Me. Now, Mitski is an artist who I really like, so I've got big expectations for this thing. I liked the first couple singles, two very different tracks, but without further ado, we got 11 songs, 34 minutes. Let's see what happens. Nothing, apparently. Track 1, In a Lake.
I'd never live in a small town. I've made too many mistakes. For where you gotta write your book early, or it gets written up in your place. Where you never get away from your first love. It's like one brand of soap sold in town. 'Cause anyone you can get close to smells like your first time around. But in a lake you can backstroke forever. The sky before you, the dark right behind. In a big city you can start over. And everywhere you go makes your heart ache. Where you've done enough walks of shame. Some days you just go the long way to stay off of memory lane. So I'd never live in a small town. I'm slow to learn all the rules. I've tried very hard to be good, but when they think you're bad, people act worse.
I don't have a whole lot to say. I should probably start speaking before YouTube takes my video down. I swear, if you're new to my channel, I'm not excusey. I do normally say stuff, but this is just so wonderful to listen to. I'm kind of letting it transport me to another world and letting it speak for itself, but obviously that doesn't make for a great YouTube video. It makes for a great listening experience, though. I'm liking this album a lot so far. I know it's just one track, but I'm liking
it. But in a lake you can backstroke forever. The sky before you and the dark behind. And in a big city you can start over. The lights all around you, the dark safe inside. In a big city you can start
Yeah, In a Lake was an amazing track to kick this album off. Um I need to sort of view the lyrics in a more sort of separate listen, like on a first listen, especially a reaction, because a lot of my focus is on trying to make a good video. I'm only really gonna pick up on sound and maybe a couple lyrics here and there, so it's a track that I look forward to going back to and really sort of digging through the lyrics and understanding. But it was a very poetic track. Instrumental was really beautiful with just a guitar really and some woodwinds. And then I think some cars towards the end before that big crash section. You know, the which I thought was a really cool touch. You know, it happens on Where's My Phone as well, but it's been really cool to see Mitski sort of tap back into some of like the rock influence from her earlier albums because, you know, I like pretty much anything that she does, but like, you know, it's a cool callback, and it's great to see that she still sort of got it to an extent. Because, I mean, I love this song. Sorry if there's not much of a reaction to this one. I've already heard it, but many times. But yeah, where's my phone? I'm feeling a 9 on an 11. Sorry, I'm able to cover my ass with some music sometimes.
A woman always on the street called me a ditch on my block. She said, I just want my mind to be a clear glass with nothing in my head. I keep
This
thinking
vocals are
surely
sick.
somebody will save me. At every turn I learned that no one will. I just want my mind to be a clear glass with nothing instead. Where did I leave? Where did I go? Where did I go? Where did it go? Where's my phone? Where's my If night is like you punched a hole into tomorrow, I would fight for all night long. I'll stay out until my mind is like a clear glass with nothing going on. Or like a bug floating in the melted ember.
I mean, the lyrics again on here are so interesting. Like, I don't even really get them yet. Still,
I was citron and the candy I will float until my mind is like a clear wax melted in the dome. Clear wax melted in the
like this is something straight out of Bury Me at Echo Creek. I love the lo-fi when it comes towards the end. You know, really noisy, shitty mixing, but it adds to it. Okay, cat, stop! Fucking stop it! Why does my Spotify keep doing this? There was a blooper in the casino video where I just like fucking like came off the album, and now it's happening again. Um, cats. Well, actually, I need to speak about Where's My Phone. Well, Where's My Phone? I think I've already spoke a lot about it, but just a really catchy, fun, hard hitting rock song. What a really cool music video. The lyrics, I'm still not really sure I quite understand. You know, I kind of view it as like a dissociating song, I guess, because she's all like, I want my mind to be a clear glass. But I'm not gonna explain what Mitski means or Mitski's song. I think that's her business. Um, Another thing that's interesting about Meaning, though, is this cover art, which I haven't spoke about, but I love this cover art. It's absolutely stunning. Cats seem to be pretty significant on here. There's two tracks about them, so yeah. Let's see what Cats has to offer. Shorter track on here. Let's go. There is just something so soothing about Mitski's music.
'Cause I still love you, so it's up to you if you choose to go. In the meantime, sleeping by my side, our two cats, making sure I'll be alright.
I really like this one so far.
It's
It's
so
very sort of sleepy and dreamy, but I like that sound. I know certain people don't, but like there is something so nice about this kind of atmosphere.
But it feels simple to me. It feels so simple to me. So I've been trying to stop trying to be like someone you'd still like. Maybe if I could, you already would. 'Cause I still love you, so I won't leave. Guess it's up to you if you choose to go. In the meantime, rescue's at my side. Our two cats, both asleep by me tonight. Maybe tomorrow night the cats will be nowhere in sight, but I'll be glad to know they're out following their heart's delight.
Yeah, I think Cats is my favorite song so far. You'll probably notice I didn't speak through that one either. It's just because I was getting lost in it. I'm not gonna lie, I was getting lost in the sauce. That track's fantastic. Um, there's something really mystical about it. I suppose you could say it's a mystical, magical track. um, but no, that track was wonderful. Like actually wonderful, sensational music. That. um, yeah, genuinely, I really, really liked that. Um, I kind of knew from the first like 5 seconds when you had that guitar, it was moving like that, and that snare that sounded so dusty and nice. um, Almost a bit of a country flair to the instrumentation, which I suppose is coming from our last album. This land is inhospitable, and so are we. Which I like that sound a lot. Another album I'm very interested in today is the new Buck Meek. Not sure if I'm going to react to it yet, but if you guys want to see that, give this video 3 likes. um, uh, but we shall keep going. Kite's is my favorite on here. I'm feeling the 10 on that track, honestly. Wonderful. Next up, we've got If I Leave. Now, this one has a music video apparently, which I think it might be a single. I never heard this one though, so correct me if I'm wrong, but I've not heard this song. We'll see. I would watch the music video, but YouTube will smite me down. And I'm not on about my channel. YouTube will personally come to my house and like slime me out. So we're not going to do that. If I leave.
If
Is this technically math rock?
I leave, somebody else will love you, but nobody else could forgive me quite as often.
And this kind of like ties into the last track, I think, a little bit. Because at the end of the last track, when it switched into that sort of almost Latin rhythm, she was talking about like the cats leaving, and now she's talking about her leaving. Never mind.
As you. No one on the street knows. No one in this mall knows. No one in this bar knows. And none of my friends know. Surely none of my colleagues, nor do my family. If I leave, somebody else will find you, but nobody else could see me quite as clearly as you. I've let only you know how I ride through a tunnel
Oh my
and it's
god.
dark the whole way. I ride through a tunnel, it's been dark the whole way. I ride through a tunnel, it's still dark the whole way. How could
I like
I
that a
lose
lot.
you? I couldn't lose you.
I really like when Mitski got quiet.
For if I lost it, somebody else will cheer you. But who else could love me quite as kindly as you? Who could love me quite as kindly as you?
Yeah, if I leave, that track was great. I'm not gonna lie, it was probably like the weakest of the first four for me. But that like noisy section really brought it up for me. I'm feeling an 8.5 on If I Leave. Because outside of that noisy section, I just think it's a pretty good song. But I don't know. Gives the album a bit of something different as well with the town signature. Um, but still, not a bad track by any means. First four tracks have been really good. Which is amazing. The last couple albums I've reacted to, we've had some great moments and great tracks and stuff. Like I think we're on the up. After what was a pretty bad reaction to start the year, we're listening to the good music now. Um, I love making videos. Um, after this video, if you're interested, go watch the casino reaction. I think it's really good. But yeah, I suppose we'll keep going. This album's flying by, but I think that's always part of the Mitski experience. I mean, all our albums are like 20 minutes long anyway. Um, Next track we've got Dead Woman, first explicit track on the album. Kids, if you were watching before, don't watch this one. Like, kids don't listen to mitski. Let's just listen to, like, I don't know.
Would you have liked me better if I'd have died, so you could tell my story the way it ought to be? You'd find my parents and ask to see my things, rifle through it all, fill the blanks with what you need. If I'd died willing, you'd have taken it nice. If I'd sewn rocks in a dress, gone with grace into a lake. But since I'm alive, you'll have to break in as I sleep. When you find my love beside me, choke him dead for having me.
I feel like the song's way too dark to have a bit where you randomly go doo dee doo dee dee. Alright.
While I dream of flying, stab me 27 times. Ransack the house for what you'll auction, what you'll keep. Then embalm me up, 'cause you're hosting the viewing, saying she gave her life so we could have her in our dreams. She gave her life so we could fuck her as we
What that? Okay. Dead Women was scary. That was a scary track. I wasn't really expecting that kind of thing on this album. I mean, I never looked at the track list actually, but Dead Women is gonna be a scary track with its name. But yeah, that was creepy. I liked that though. I liked that. I like creepy music. Lullabies in the Glass Wilderness. That's one of the best albums ever. Um, and I was on the wave before everyone else. I'm playing. That album's older than me. But yeah, Dead Women was great. Such like an atmospheric track. It was really spooky and creepy, and the lyrics were so dark and dystopian. But it works. It really works. Like actually, I'm not sure how I feel about it in the context of the album. But it's a Mitski album. There's always gonna be like dark shit. There's always gonna be sad shit, and that's what I feel like we've got so far. Excuse me. This video is actually unwatchable. I'm so sorry. Next up, we've got Instead of Here. Nowhere I'd rather be instead of here reacting to this album for you guys. Sorry, I'm being such a shit. It's gonna be interesting to see how she follows up what we just got.
As I dip a toe in the abyss, she wished I'd known that I'm still just a kid, but knew I would call again. So she'd mosey on back in case next time's really the end.
Now we're gonna complain about a piano.
Instead of love, he said, lie down in the dirt. I looked up at the night sky, wondering, is this what it's worth? The stars never answered back. I got up when it was done and went where nobody can reach. So excuse me, I'll be opening my box of old friend misery, my secret treat, to feel like myself again. I won't be here, I'll be where nobody can reach. I'm not here, I'm where nobody can reach. Instead of here, I'm where nobody can reach.
I like Instead of Here. I like that track a lot. I've not been rating them. I suppose we'll leave that as a secret for the end of the video, where we come back and do the album rating. But yeah, that track was really beautiful. I think sort of continuing the theme from Where's My Phone a little bit on there. But yeah, great track. In its own right. You know, just a really soft, lush, pretty track. I like that word, lush. The lush life's giving me a rush. On that note, actually, why is like my local radio station only just got on to Midnight Sun? Like, I swear that track's like a year old, but my local radio station that my supervisor listens to on the way to work has only just started playing that song recently. I love that song. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, speaking of songs I love, to, to not go off on a tangent, we've got I'll Change for You. This was probably my favorite of the two singles. I really liked this track. Let's listen again. I mean, this just stands out immediately as one of the best songs of the year, I think. That's a spoiler.
Do I let our love die when you're the only other keeper of my most precious memories? Yeah, I've been drinking. Why is that gotta mean I can't call you?
Like, there's something about this rhythm that just really sort of sounds amazing in this track.
About you and me, 'cause I'd do anything for you to love me again. If you don't like me now, I will change for you. magic places. You can be without the people, without having anyone at all.
I really like that one. I'm gonna kill the vibes just by saying, yeah, I'm gonna kill the vibes just by saying I really like that one. I do. Let's get back to the track. Sorry.
They say they're closing, so I'm loitering outside, watching all the cars passing by, like a kid waiting for my ride. I'll do anything for you to love me again. If you don't like me now, I'll change for you. I'll change for you.
Such a beautiful Yep. I stand by what I said at the beginning. That track is a Song of the Year contender. Absolutely. I really like that song, you know. I really like that song. It is painfully relatable to an extent. So it's a lot of Mitski tracks for me. But yeah, and just her vocals on there as well, especially when she starts like really sort of packing like the fullness into them. No, no, there's no one else. There's no one else doing that. That track feels timeless in a similar way to how I feel about like I don't know, like Sadness is a Gift, Adrian Lanker. Um, that's how I feel about I'll Change for You. You know, it's a song that could have came out 60 years ago. It's a song that could come out 60 years from now, and it would still feel right. You know what I mean? Like, it's not. There's nothing like dating that song. I think it really sort of transcends time, and I suppose it'll only be proven right in like 10 years when we look back on that song as something truly special. I mean, Mitski as an artist as a whole is really special, but you know that track, it sounds blasphemous. It's gonna go down with the I Don't Smokes and with the Liquid Smooths. Bombshell. I would say that would be the thumbnail, but I don't try on my thumbnails. Next up, we've got Rules. This album rules so far. I'm feeling a 10 on I'll Change for You. Let's see where this track takes us.
1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 1.
They are the numbers. Is Mitski on to something?
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Number 1, I'll come over. I'll be dressed like your best idea.
Alright. This one's super peppy. I like that.
You'll be gentle. And number 3, you won't ruin me. Number 4, I'm nobody's anyone anymore. So 5, I'll be alone for a while, but I'm only
she's hinting. No, I'm leaving my hair until next week because your girl's going to Poppy. And I want to be able to go. So, yeah. And then I promise I won't be looking like this in videos after that. um, truth bombs aside, let's keep going.
And when I leave my body, please pretend that you don't see how I'm no longer there behind my eyes. And 6 in the morning, I'll be woken up by that old light, that old light, that old light, that old
Especially after some sad tracks. Like, this album's not really let up with the sadness. Like, the one track that wasn't really, like, super sad was super scary. So, like, yeah. It's nice to see her. Nice to see her in her bag. She's on her shit with this one. I mean, I'm always gonna love the jazz incorporations into her music, you know. A massive part of what I love about her first album. Which I just realized I referenced earlier by saying, like, ugh. I didn't do that in college. What about rule 7? If there's a rule 6. Oh no, I think Mitski might be scared of 7 because 7 ain't 9.
1, 2, 3.
That's my theory about this album. I think that's what this whole album's about, honestly.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
I'm sorry. If we were trying to hit 40 subscribers this year, but if you unsubscribed after that, I understand. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Yeah, Rules was great. I really liked Rules. Genuinely. You know, it was just a super breezy, almost a bit like springtimey track, which I'm ready for springtime. Weather in the UK has been horrendous this year so far. I'm ready for some nice weather. I'm ready to see some plants and that. I'm ready to walk around to that song, blasting in my eardrums. I really like that one. Like, that one might honestly be up there with like Cats, and it'll change for you for me. Speaking of Cats, we're in the closing stretch now with That White Cat. I wonder if that's in reference to the wonderful white cat on the album cover. Suppose we will find out. Night in the Woods type beat. Mixing's really interesting on here. Again, it's kind of got that like early 2010s, like 2011, 2012 lo-fi sound to it. And I like that.
In my house, it's supposed to be my house, but I guess according to Cats, now it's lost. The only thing you can trust is what you live through. Mama, how about when I die? What do you hold on to? Hey!
This one. Excuse me while I check my message. It was just Blitz. I don't care what Blitz has to say. Fuck Blitz. I'm playing. Shut up, Blitz. Fans of the second channel will know who that is. Fans of the greatest electronic musician ever will know who that is. No, he's messaging me about how awesome Jack Zabra is, and I'm inclined to agree. Jack Zabra is flames. This is mitski. This is the mitski video. She's really liking like her vocal scatting on here. Like she was doing like the whole like do 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 and the and the fucking pop pop pop.
To pay for that cat's house, for the red corseted wasp who lives in the roof, for the family of possums, for the bugs who drink my blood, and the birds who eat those bugs, so that white cat can kill the birds. What do you hold on?
This track feels really weird. Like this one almost feels like funny, you know. It's so like matter of fact. Yeah, That White Cat stands out a lot from this album. You know, I don't think it's a joke song, but you know, it feels like one. And it's good. Like, I'm not saying that to be derogatory. Like I like that song. We should just talk about all the animals in her house. I mean, it's fine. She was talking about losing her phone earlier, so no, I'm playing. Where's my phone's got something to it as well. This album's great. I'm really liking this. And I'm glad I'm liking this, because I thought I would like this, and I knew I would like this, and now I'm liking it. Next up, we're on to our penultimate song, Karen's Obol. I'm not sure what that means. No, I'm not racking my brain. I don't know what an obol is. Let's see if we can find out what it is and who Karen is.
At midnight, the dogs gathered around the house, around her house.
This in reference to the animals that invaded Mitski's house in the last song.
Her heart was like a drawer. She only opened when she went out to feed those dogs and let her memories bathe in the moonlight for a while. Though
talking about death on this album. Holy shit. That's multiple tracks now where she's talking about dying.
Meeting every night, keeping vigil in the place where their people went away, and so she'd wake the rest of her nights in that house, feeding all the hounds at its mouth. On her first night, wandering through the dark of her new house, saw the magic ride. That's when she first saw them out the kitchen window right at 12 o'clock. A dozen silent dogs of all different types. She almost was one of the girls who died in that house. So when it was stigmatized, she took it on to start a new life in that house. Beads a token coin in its mouth, maybe with enough time tending to that ground, she can heal the heart of her house, feeding all the hounds at its mouth.
Karen Zobel was great. I'm feeling an 8 on that track. Really sort of interesting, like, climax point, I think, for this album. You know, just a character piece about this woman in her house. um, but no, I keep trivializing these songs. They do mean a lot, and I really like them. But I'm a what do they call it? I'm gesture maxing right now. Mitski is good album maxing right now. I don't think she's got a bad one, but like, holy shit, this is so good. Um, let's continue with Lightning, the closer. We've got a lot to live up to. There's a few really great tracks called Lightning. Will this join the clan of Charlie XCX and Jesse Ware? Let's see. Speaking of Jesse Ware, super excited for Super Bloom. I already said 3 likes for Buck Meek, but 3 likes for a Super Bloom reaction when that album comes out. I'm kidding, I'm gonna react to it anyway. But just give me 3 likes, please.
Lightning hit so close, sounded like a big tin can. All hail the rain. All hail the rain. Running like ghosts on the roof. running like they're feeling alive again. Here we are, we've been waiting to be born again.
I love that guitar tone.
When I die, when I die, could I come back as the rain? See the world again to fall again. If I look all the minutes reflect
I don't care if you can hear me. This is beautiful. I love that riff. I was talking about guitar tones. I love that riff as a whole. Very strings as well. Like, I've been hyper focused on like the horns and the woodwinds so far in this album. The strings have been great as well. On the few tracks that they've been on, they've been hitting.
Calling to the thunder. Oh
Lord. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. Once again. Lightning in a lake. Where's my phone if I leave? No, I'm playing. Lightning was such a great closer. I'll give some thoughts on that track before I get into my initial thoughts on the album. I really liked that track. You know, at first it kind of felt like a sort of soothing epilogue, and then it just exploded into what it did. I'm feeling a 9 on Lightning. That track was amazing. Such a great closer. Um, let's get into my favorite and least favorite songs. If you're new to the channel, every album I listen to, well, not every album I listen to, every album I react to, I do this segment, and it's pretty self-explanatory. For favorite songs, I'm gonna go In a Lake. I'm gonna go Where's My Phone. I'm gonna go Cats. Really strong open to this album. I'm gonna go I'll Change for You, Rules, and Lightning, which is over half the album. Least favorite tracks? I don't have one. This thing was really solid, really consistent, and just a fantastic album all around. I don't know why I'm getting sniffly now. I'm going to go and find out the track, like the album rating. If you're interested in how I do that, I add up all the scores that I gave for all the tracks throughout the video, although I realize I didn't really give them here. And then I average them out, and it comes to a number out of 100 because I review things on Album of the Year at Carry the Fox. Please follow me, please. Um, let's go rate this album. Bear with me. Okay. All that being said, the score of this album comes to underwhelming drumroll aside, an 88 out of 100. Placing it as an album of the year contender so far, and I think we all knew it was going to be from the moment it was announced, from the moment we heard Where's My Phone, from the moment we heard I'll Change for You, from the moment we saw that wonderful cover art, from the moment we knew it was a Mitski album. Yeah, this thing was fantastic. So much variety, so much fun. I did notice on Album of the Year that like Cats and Rules are two of the lowest rated songs when they're probably my two favorite of the new ones, which is concerning. But no, they're wrong. I'm right. That's why you should follow me instead. Now, speaking of following me, if you liked this video, please consider leaving a like. It lets me know what you guys are interested in and also makes my day. Truly. Um, if you really enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing to the channel. We're trying to hit 40 subscribers by the end of the year. Um, and also, I made a resolution to myself to try and get 100 videos up between this channel and my second channel. So if you're interested in videos that are even worse than the ones on here, please subscribe to HTOAMY2. Um, if I would love to hear your thoughts on this album, so comment down below your favorite track. And yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. I love making videos, and it wouldn't be possible without you guys. So thank you. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will catch you in the next one. Haven't thought of a name yet. Signing out.